Is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
It's the barbershop.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. Now, is this the barbershop? Is this the barbershop?
Yes, it is.
That ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop. Healthy conversation. Healthy conversation. This ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That ain't nobody exempt.
Yo, what's going on?
That ain't nobody exempt.
Facebookers, friends and family, all that good
This
stuff.
ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
He's the artist.
He's the barber.
Healthy
Yo, and,
conversation.
we doing our thing. World class barber.
Afraid of black artists. Look here, man. We just glad.
Hit him with the topic. Hit him with the topic a little bit.
Let me see. We're going to talk about the level of thirst. In everything you do, there's levels. Levels spelled backwards is levels. Got to find the balance. I stole that from NRE. But what we're going to talk about today real quick, we're going to talk about the levels of being thirsty, man, because like I said, it's levels to it. You immediately think of thirsty, you think about some dude or some chick on Instagram that's always saying something slick or really putting themselves out there to be thirsty. But it's more than just someone hey queening or hey kinging in the inbox. I mean, this thirsty thing goes a long, long way. So we're going to go into some levels of thirst. And this is how we're going to break down the levels of thirst. Back in the Gap, Source Magazine had rated their albums by a 5 mic standard. The higher the mic, the better the album. So if you had 1 mic, that means the album was pretty much trash, right, Jeff?
Yeah,
Like,
that was
garbage.
That was
Yeah, you had
garbage.
if you had 1 mic, you would trash can. Had 2, it was like I put my ears on it, but it still could have been better. 3 was like, all right, it was okay. 4 was like, yeah, this is supreme. And 5, if you got 5 mics, that was classic, meaning it was good. But our 5 mics isn't good. So we rating the level of thirst not by mics, but by sprites.
Right.
Because if
Obey
you
your
ain't
thirst.
going to obey God dog, at least obey your thirst.
Obey your thirst. Obey your thirst.
So what's
So
a 1 level thirst,
yeah,
Jeff?
go ahead. Go. 1 level thirst is, I don't know, man. I ain't never really been no thirsty dude. so I don't know.
1 level thirst is kind of cool. 1 level thirst is almost like you're constant on he or she's page. Like it's like, all right. Like a 1 level thirst is like that first person that's always on that likes it. Man, you could post a picture of your thumb, but boom, as soon as you post it, that's 1 level of thirst.
That's a 1 level thirst. Okay.
Because that means they watching you, so it might be something about you they like.
Right,
so
right.
For the first time posters, we'll give you 1. We'll give you 1 thirst. Now, you're a little thirsty, but not
real thirsty.
your throat ain't dry. So the level of thirst.
So when you get to the second level of thirst, that means you starting to comment. You starting to comment.
Comments.
Comments. The second level of thirst is comments.
Man, you reaching now, dog.
And the third level of thirst, though, is what your comment pertains to. Like, hey, baby.
Yeah, that's
hey,
about the hey queen
The
and
hey
and hey
queen,
queen. That's
hey
about a level
king.
of a 3.
That's about a level 3.
3.
Yeah.
Man.
And then
Level 4 is probably
inboxing. Level 4 is inboxing.
straight up off the top.
Straight up off the top. When you start inboxing, folks,
Yeah, it's getting real now.
constantly inboxing. And then
5 is when you just say something outlandish like
or the pics. Like the
If you got a
yeah.
pic and it's sexually clad and you say something like, I drink your bath water, or yeah, bro,
Wow.
your
Or how
thirst.
How much it's gonna cost?
Yeah,
Or
I'll eat through them drawers to get to that ass. That's you're 5, dog. You're thirsty, man. You're not obeying God, so you might as well obey your thirst. You're a 5 at this point, man.
Right, yeah.
And then the thing you're even a 5. You're even a 5 if you make a comment like that in the comments, not in the inbox. You just bold with it. You didn't throw yourself all the way out there. You
just way out there.
You left
fishing.
field with it. Yeah, you fishing.
Yeah, you.
So brothers and sisters, don't ever be at a 5.
Don't be no 5.
Don't be at a 5. What?
Stay a 1 or a 2.
Yeah. Stay
one or 2 is cool.
1 is cool, man. Because if you're in a situation where, if you're in a situation where you think about get you somewhere or something, then it just depends. First of all, it just depends on why you're being thirsty, though.
Right.
Because you could be a single guy, and there's that one particular chick. Because social media is so the wave now, that's pretty much how people are talking to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't nobody going to the grocery store no more whistling love songs and some chick singing these random songs to try to get her attention in the bread aisle. That's dead, dog.
But thirst goes the other way too. When they beckoning for attention.
Thirst traps.
Okay.
There you
We go. Thirst traps. So
setting thirst traps.
We need mouse traps.
Yeah. Okay.
Rat traps.
So the level 1 thirst trap will probably be a selfie. I'll say that.
Yeah. We got to go a little deeper than that because everybody puts selfies up.
But what's the intent?
You got on. What's the intent of your selfie? Yeah. So that
if check it out.
If you're looking for attention, in the picture that you like,
and you're gonna get that 5,
like side poses and little booty shots and what that little top joint where it look like. It make them look like they skinny, but they
they never post. It be the head.
It be the head shot. They
ain't give you the bottom.
They ain't give you right.
You be the mission.
They give you the bottom, but it look like they skinny. It make them look like they skinny, like they got a big old butt.
Bro,
their stomach ain't showing.
That's the thirst trap on that level. That's a 5, bro. Because you already know. You already know what that's gonna bring. That's dangerous.
That's dangerous. That's
you know
what
comes behind that particular level of thirst.
And when you give them that attention, some of them you give them that attention. Don't be disrespectful.
You get a 5. You get a 5 right off the rip for just setting the thirst trap right
just
there.
For setting the trap.
That comment alone is a 5 for you. Don't be thirsty with it. I hate. The one part about the thirst game. The one part about the thirst game that really, and it's mostly females. Now it's not man versus woman. We calling out everybody. Even the dude's gonna catch it. But the one level of thirst is when when a female knows she set that thirst trap, and that dude might have hit the inbox or something. Then she turn around and go on her post and be like, ugh, these dudes are just thirsty out in my inbox. But it's like, sis, you put the rat on, you put the cheese on the trap.
Right.
So whatever you get in there, you gotta.
I've had that conversation before with several young ladies where they feel like they should be able to wear what they want to wear and not get their attention. But you go to the workplace and you got on a mini skirt or something, you trying to show off a little leg or something like that, and a dude say something, or you trying to get a raise at work or something like that, or you trying to be sexy at work, you're intentionally doing this. But when the wrong person say, now if your boss don't say, hey, cutie, and one of the dudes in the cubicle next to you say, hey, baby, you looking sexy, ugh. And as soon as the boss something, thank you.
So you're basically saying she don't like temptation. She just waiting on the right temptation.
The right temptation.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. The little dude that work in the mail room pushing the cart, bringing you the files to your cubicles. He ain't the dude. It's Bob over there in marketing. You want him.
Yeah, you want the guy that's up on the upper level because you're trying to get to the upper level. You ain't trying to go down to the mail room. You trying to go up to the filing room.
Yeah,
you was the French fries last week.
You off that.
Get the flipping burgers. But yeah, it's disrespectful, man. You can't. ladies, you can't dress to impress, and when you impress the wrong person,
Get mad.
get mad. Dress to impress is to impress everybody, and that's for men too. If you dress to impress, you dress to impress everybody.
Everybody.
And if don't nobody say something, that's when you should be mad because you didn't impress nobody. That's when you need to be mad because you got to go back and reevaluate that fit you put on.
Damn, I shouldn't have wore them shoes.
Golly, I knew.
Them wingtip Stacy's would have killed them out here,
Yeah,
bro.
right.
I would have smashed them with the Stacy's.
But
man, bro, let me just tell y'all one thing. Me and my man Jeff, y'all already know us collectively and individually. Y'all know that this man is a world-class barber. He does his thing, gets it popping. Not only does he cut hair, but he also owns the Astute Gentleman Barber and Cigar Lounge. Jeff, go on and plug that address for him one time.
14223 Inwood Road, Farmers Branch, Texas.
Get your Mike Jones on one
752
time. I said
14223 Inwood Road, Farmers Branch, Texas, 75244.
Now, before we get on any further, because this is our little introduction, give them a brief little something about what's been going on with this Astute lately. Because you got some new stuff popping in here, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we need, the world need to know it because we about to take it by storm. But we want y'all to know exactly who y'all dealing with when y'all dealing with Jeff and when y'all dealing with Frey. So,
First off, as you see me smoke this El Presidente cigar, we are doing Barbershop Talk. As you see, he's the artist, I'm the barber. Barbershop Talk with Jeff and Frey. This is the prelim. You know, we give you a little something. We're going to sit here and chop it up with y'all. I'm not cutting no hair. He's not doing no art, but we got a few things coming. Second off, today is an anniversary for me. It's today, this building that I'm in, I walked in this building 5 years ago, and on this day 5 years ago, I walked in this building, and the guy that owned the cigar lounge that was in this building, he and I shook hands to do business, and immediately God said to me, just like I'm talking to you right now, he said, do business with this guy. He's going to walk away and leave you with everything.
wow.
And I heard him just as clear as day. I heard it. I was shaking his hand, and he was saying this to me. And show as we sitting here right now on this live feed, the guy walked away in about 2 months and left me with everything. And I've been here running this thing, doing this thing by myself for 5 years.
Man, clap that up one time.
Yeah.
For the 5. Give it up for the 5, man.
Thank you.
5 on it.
And 7 years ago, 2013, June 2nd is when I started Astute Gentleman. I started in the salon suite. And I used to just give my clients cigars. We couldn't smoke in the salon suite, so I just give them a cigar. Hey man, this is what, I'm moving towards. So here, take this cigar. And so we started that, and 2 years later, man, I'm walking this building, man. So in June, I'm gonna be doing, hopefully, if this COVID-19 stuff is over with,
Pass on by.
I'll be doing a ribbon cutting.
Man.
And with the city of Farmers Branch, I joined the Chamber of Commerce, and the city of Farmers Branch will be doing a ribbon cutting. I'll also be doing a customer appreciation. I also, what's going on, fellas? I'll also be doing a few other things. I got a few other things. I can't, throw them out.
Put them on the table right now.
On the table. But what I have done in lieu of the 5-year anniversary is I have switched Astute Gentleman over to a 24-hour cigar lounge. So we are now 24-hour members only. I got 2-level members, gold and silver members, and both of those members get you free cigars every month, $40 or $60 worth of cigars. The $60 worth of cigars get you a locker. The gold membership is a locker. The silver membership is a humidor. And I got quite a few members already, and it's building up. and we're doing a few more things, but the 24-hour service, the 24-hour access to the cigar lounge I got 6 TVs in. I just did a great remodel, as some of y'all can see the wood wall, the background. So yeah, I'm doing a few things around here, just trying to make it easy for me to function, better for me to function. Doing good customer service, giving good customer service. People have been begging for things like this.
Man, and it's uncommon, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's really uncommon and unheard of to have a barbershop and a cigar lounge.
Right.
See, the times are changing it's escalating to a different plateau now. You think about it for a minute. Even with the COVID-19, you got everybody talking about, man, I'm ready for this thing to pass so it can go back to normal. But normal ain't never been normal.
Normal ain't never been normal.
So the thing about it is, you the more you grow as a man, as we grow as men, and the more the listeners and the viewers start maturing as men and women, your mentality starts to change. And one of the things that we look at now from this standpoint is, you can come in here, get you a cut, blow your cigar, but it's like, it's not your typical barbershop. Just look around. Look at the feel in this place. It's real elegant. It's real sexy. It's real laid back. And, man, it ain't no kids running around here and all of that, man. It's just a laid back atmosphere for adults.
Yeah,
So I'm going to make sure I get, you know what's crazy? I've been rocking with this, and I ain't even got my membership. So I'm going to have to solidify that before I walk out the door today. Make sure I get my locker and all of that. I ain't doing that. I'm doing gold. Straight up. But my man, Jeff, man, been rocking with me for a minute. And when two like minds come together, brother, it's like, you got to do it. Drive matches drive. Mm-hmm. Iron sharpens iron. And, man, we decided that, you know what, we was going to put our brains together collectively and bring this to y'all. Y'all know how Barbershop Talk goes. It's no limits in here.
Yeah.
But, you know, we might try to mile it down for the sensitive folks on social media.
Man, I'm going to tell you, like Dave Chappelle said, man, people have gotten soft. People got soft. And in order for you to be successful, in order for you to be a go-getter, a real live go-getter, man, you can't be soft. You can't be sitting back and twiddling your thumbs and hoping that, I hope he don't say nothing about me. All these haters and all this stuff, that's just soft. It's just soft.
Man, check it out.
People sensitive, everybody's sensitive and stuff, man. You can't, all of this, that's.
Man, you live in a house.
Yeah.
You live in an apartment. People live on the streets. People live in their car. You can't live in your feelings.
Can't live in your feelings.
Get out of that, man. Get out your feelings. So, my man just dropped that on you. A little bit about myself. Same story as my guy. You said God gave that to you?
Yeah. God
I went
gave me that.
I went into Michael's to get a donut pan 3 years ago. And the Lord, just as clear as day as you and I are talking, said, go get you some canvas. Bro, I've never painted anything in my life. I went and grabbed the cheapest canvas I could, first of all. Then the Holy Spirit said again, go get every primary color in acrylic paint. I went and got the paint. I took that thing home. I went to a little pawn shop, man. I said, all right, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it official. And I found me this old beat-up wood easel, man. Easel cost about like $2. I grabbed the easel. I took that joint home, and I stared at that canvas, man, for about an hour before anything came to my mind to paint. And you know what came to my mind, bro?
What happened?
The birth of hip-hop. So I said, how am I going to...
First one.
That was the first one. I said, how am I going to bring that to life? Birth of hip-hop. I'm a hip-hop head to the core, man. So I said, how am I going to... So I painted a nude woman giving birth to a boombox. And I said, man, that thing took off. I said, let me shoot the shot. Let me shoot the shot and put it out on Facebook and see if...
That sound hot.
Yeah, it was received by a few. Some people was like, it's a little graphic. You got to titties out and of a JJ wide open with a radio coming out.
Yeah, it's art. It's art.
And so, but it was well received. Black and white is my happy color. So I said, let me get to what makes me happy. So, man, that's when I just started cranking them joints out, man, left and right. And here we are 3 years later, man, and what a turn this art thing has done. I'm overwhelmed sometimes. I'm amazed, not overwhelmed, amazed at some of the things that come up in my mind and some of the the ways that people have appreciated. So anybody that's ever bought a piece from Frey, I appreciate you. Anybody that's ever, gave me some bread, zelled me a couple of dollars, said, look, I want to sew into what you're doing, I appreciate you too. But, man, when you got two brothers, man, with a talent like we have, there's no reason why you shouldn't come together and get it cracking. Right. So that's why we're here today, y'all. Barbershop Talk with Jeff and Frey. I'm the artist.
I'm the barber.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
Man, let me ask you a question, bro. Have you been noticing this new wave, this OnlyFans wave?
I've seen it once, and I didn't know what it was, and I don't pay attention. The new stuff, a lot of the new stuff, I don't get caught up in, like the TikTok and all that stuff. Man, it's one of them. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, we're not knocking anybody who likes TikTok. If you love to do it with your kids, your fam, whatever, that's fine. We ain't here to bash that. But this OnlyFans thing, check this out. I'm gonna just put this out there for all of y'all. I'm not a porn watcher. If you are, that's your preference. But on my Instagram, I'm starting to notice, I guess they're starting to follow me, these women, regular women, spreading eagle, half nude, you know what I'm saying, self-mutilating themselves with fruits and vegetables. And then at the end, it's like, click the link in my bio or go on my OnlyFans.
Right.
So me, I go try to see what the OnlyFans about. Pretty much it's porn. But it's regular, everyday women with hundreds of videos and hundreds of pictures of themselves nude. But the thing that is killing me, bro, they premiums is like, go look at all my content for $2. Damn, shorty.
$2 for $2?
Shorty, you giving up the body and everything for $2?
$2.
$2. The last. And one is for the bus fare and the other one's for the jukebox to hear the blues. I'm like, $2?
$2, dog.
Shorty, you giving it up for $2? Like, for real, on the point tip. Now, everybody, every male.
Them crackhead prices.
Every male, man, has when we was young, got caught, running through our parents' porn stash. Most of the time, as a youngin', you done been doing it late at night when everybody was asleep. You done fell asleep. That's how we got busted. Mm-hmm. Parents wake up in the morning, you sleep on the couch, joint still in the VCR. 70s porn with it, man. I don't know, that 70s porn was a weird era, bro, because, these chicks.
They was just breaking in.
These women nowadays, they bear with it, man. Them women back in the days, I'm talking about George W. Bush, Harry Potter, dog. And if they did feel a little on the edge and wanted to shave, it was like with the old white Bic with the orange protective cover. Yeah. Man, I'm talking about shave with that joint.
The penitentiary joint.
They coochie probably look like a Star Crunch Debbie snack after they shaved them.
Oh, man.
But no, man. So with the OnlyFans thing, so y'all on Instagram, some of them are pretty much naked too. You might have a little nipple hanging out or something. It's like, shorty, if you gonna go there, you might as well go all the way. But then it's like, the funny thing about it is you got all of these, and look, I'm not body shaming nobody. Look, I'm rocking the Homer Simpson right now. I'm not out here 6-pack with it. I'm 2 liters straight up.
You look like a keg.
Yeah, I'm a keg with it right now. But it's like, it's mostly plus size women that's doing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about, brother,
attention to.
They spreading the ego with the black stuff in the inner thighs, looking like some of your grandma's cast iron fried chicken. You know how to.
If they 40 years old, you got to understand that their thighs been rubbing together for 40 years. Yeah, you got to understand that. So that's where the darkness comes, the friction.
Like British Petroleum, just oil. Like,
Well,
brother.
Man.
So it's mostly plus size women that's doing this, and they premiums, like I said, you selling. I mean, it's videos out this world. They done took pictures in their bedroom, in their bathrooms. They twerking. Dog, like, is twerking still the hotness? I'm not intrigued by twerking. Bro. Like, that doesn't do nothing for me, bro.
I mean,
everybody shaking ass like you 40 still in the mirror, pee popping.
Hey, look, if I see a 40-year-old on Facebook twerking, on Instagram twerking, I'm immediately doing 2 things.
What's
Delete and block. I want to see that. I want to see that, dog. I don't want to see that. First of all, at 40 years old, you ain't got no business twerking. Pole dancing. I think that stuff is so. I mean, why do you want to practice pole dancing? Now it's good exercise.
Now, if you now,
now I mean,
hey, you got a husband, you got a boyfriend or something, you want to spice it up in the bedroom,
Right.
that's your thing, cool.
For him.
Yeah, but
It ain't for everybody.
But you can't be out here with the C-section scars and the surgery cuts out here trying to be that stripper, man. That's just not the life for you, man. There's no 401k, there's no retirement in that.
If I wanted to marry a stripper, I would have married a stripper. I'd have been. I don't even know what the strip joints is out here. But I'd have went into one of the strip joints and said, "Hey, look, I want to marry you."
Yeah, look,
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want no.
the way you did that split, girl, I mean, that's
That was it
wifey
right there.
material
Yeah,
right
for
there.
real.
I do, okay?
I do. I want to take you to see my mom and meet my mom and dad.
I'm not going to
I mean,
tell her what you do. You know,
yeah.
you're an exercise instructor.
Right.
But no, man. So back to this premium. And the reason why I'm harping on this, because a young kid came to me, saw him in the grocery store, he knew me. He said, Mr. Linwood, little hot Peter, Mr. Little hot weenie nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my bad. Little hot weenie cat. About 10 years old. He said, Mr. Linwood. He was with his little crew. You got an OnlyFans? I said, bro, I didn't know what it was at the time. I said, bro, I seen it on Facebook. What is that? He said, it's all of the chicks on Instagram that be naked. They be showing their body. You could see them naked on the OnlyFans. So I said, so it's like porn site? They were like, yeah. Now here's where it gets tricky. Y'all selling y'all's pictures of y'all's body. Videos of y'all, like I said, self-mutilating yourself with zucchini squashes and sucking on doorknobs and shit.
What?
And this young cat told me, I said, how you know about it? You know what he told me? He said, I watch it all the time. I said, you pay for it? These little young cats, man, are so computer savvy. They done hacked it. So y'all really out here telling
Give
people,
y'all-
buy the premium. And these little young cats that already done gave y'all the OnlyFans hack. So now, because when you look on their page, you see that's when they get the 5 Mike Thirsties, because it's 50 million brothers on there. Man, I can't wait to get that. Where you at? Where you stay? First of all, they selling you the fantasy. It's almost like stripping,
It's,
you know.
It is almost like
Yeah, they really
borderline
ain't.
prostitution.
Well, a lot of them is out of the state. So this dude way in California looking at a chick in Houston that's doing
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
he ain't gonna never get with that. He ain't gonna never get a shot. So she's selling a fantasy. But you putting all of this out now, you like buy my premium for $5. But it's like you give the young cats done already exposed the game. It's free now.
It's free.
It's free
Yeah,
now.
it's free.
So I mean, y'all got to come up with
Yeah.
another hustle, man. That OnlyFans thing is like it's trash. And I mean, y'all putting yourself out there and thinking y'all making some bread, but now it's a few lames or a few squares out there. You know what I'm saying? Probably whacking they stick to it, so they paying for it.
Say so you say that right. I'm on my way. Remember earlier I was on my way to go see my guy at a cigar spot, and I'm on my way back. So I go down one of the little back roads, and this dude holding up traffic, like 5 cars, and he holding up traffic. It's 3 dudes in the car, and 5 cars behind him plus me.
Right.
He trying to holler at this girl, and she telling him to go around the block and come back. He telling her to get in the car right now. The thirst, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thirst.
He was a 5
He
with
was
it.
a 5 with it because he was
Damn.
holding up traffic and didn't
Oh
care.
yeah, you get 5.
Yeah,
You
you
get thirsty.
get 5 of that. He was
Yeah, you
holding
get
up
thir-
traffic.
for
for
holding
real.
up traffic
Straight
alone,
potato.
bro.
And like, come on, man. You paying for it. You want it that bad that you gonna hold up traffic. And it was more cars coming around the corner behind me.
And she was walking.
And she was walking.
Man,
She was walking. She was walking.
let me tell you
He
something,
trying to
sis.
pick her up.
I'm on rubber wheels. You on rubber heels. That don't
work.
match.
It don't work. It don't work at all.
They don't match.
Yeah, I mean, but people, that's what they do, you know. And-
Like back in the day, like you from Milltown.
Milltown.
I'm from Dallas. Back in the day, man, like in the early 80s, Lancaster Road used to be the strip for prostitutes. But riding with my cousins and stuff, man, they was bad. These were some little young chicks, probably runaways. But man, if you see a stripper now, 9 times out of 10, she's a crackhead. She's on K2. She's probably already naked and dancing around like a Zulu princess or something, man. But
Right.
she's
Look, I look.
cats is out there buying street meat still. Is that the?
Yeah, that's what they doing. But I grew up in Florida, in Sarasota, Florida. So 41
That
was the I
the
mean, and
strip.
41 was long, and in Milwaukee it was Wales and Wisconsin Avenue, all up and down the Ambassador Hotel, all up and down by the Grand Avenue. Shout out to my Milwaukee people in my Sarasota, Florida. My man Hapco down there in Orlando, man. I mean but dude, it's always the problem I have is the purchase of the peak. Like I've never been that thirsty. I've never been
Not a 5.
not a 5. Yeah, because 5s.
What was your level in your young days on the thirst tip? I probably wasn't thirsty for street pee, but
I mean, but I mean, I
done bought some
always-
ring pops or something. You know what I mean?
I never had to. I never had to, dog. I never had to. I mean, when people say, "Well, you pay for it if you take them out to eat," and all that, that's not true. That's
Nah,
not
man.
true. But I mean, I've never had to. Honestly, I've never had to. I can't think of, and just honestly speaking, dog, I can't think of a time where I was like, hey, let me give you
How much?
$100.
Yeah,
How
nah,
much? Like,
nah,
what?
nah.
Hey, dude, I got the gift of gab. You know?
That's it.
And then my understanding and the way I kick it and the way I explain things is that this penis costs just as much as that pee do.
Right.
So I mean, they go together. Well, I mean,
Right.
so why? Here's the thing too. Why would I pay for something that God put here for me?
True
That's
that.
like paying for air.
That's free all day long.
That's free all day long. And some people might, say, yeah, Jeff, you wrong. But if we talk about the Bible, God said it ain't good for man to be alone. So I'm gonna create a woman for him.
Right.
So if Adam ain't got to pay for it, why should I?
Facts.
Facts. Think about it. It's here for you. Is that we already pay for water. When we get to the point where we have to pay to breathe, then we might have to get to the
Well,
point where
we have to pay for that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, man, if I had to pay to breathe.
And the going rate now, man, we ain't talking about upper echelon either. We're not talking about
We talking about trash.
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 $40.
$40.
220s.
Say, man, you know a little bit too much, dog.
I just heard about it.
You know a little bit. Prices.
What's
the highest?
Here's the bills. Here's the money for the bills. Here's a card note. Here's a red. Here's a 40. No. That already equated the 40 in with your other bills. Like, well, where's this $40 missing? Hey, look, man, I had to get an oil change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Haircut. You know.
Yeah, something.
Back in the day, man, when them old heads had 2 families, man, they primarily took care of the one household with the main bills, but they had like a little side hustle or something. Them old dudes was pitching corn liquor or something. That's how they was taking care of the other family. But it's like nowadays, man, if you rocking with a sister, both of y'all's incomes is pretty much dollar for dollar. But like, she know what you make, you know what she make.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, bro. Like, that sneaking around having piece of income. Like, if your understanding is cool, then you know what y'all both bringing in.
Right.
Now, if y'all on some slick stuff with each other, then, shorty, she, trust me, most women got separate accounts. They got some way other stuff left.
Something going on. Something else going on.
Yeah, but like for the back in the day game when it wasn't like that, when them old heads had 2 separate families or whatever, the wife at the crib, she pretty much was stay at home, just barefoot and pregnant, was keeping the kids in order and keeping the house in order while the old dude was fetching a well out there in the fields and whatnot. So, that little piece of money, she wasn't even questioning it. That's crazy, bro. Like, them old women, I remember talking to my grandmother, so I know it's the truth. Like, they didn't question them dudes, man, about having, talking about they would have kids for kids. Like, he got 4 over here the same age. His side chick, got the same folk.
Yeah.
So his primary kids is in the old wagon. He
And
dropping them off at school.
And
but
they don't find out their brothers and sisters till they 18.
Man, bruh. But you couldn't pull no joint off like that nowadays, man. Like
you can't do
the
that
relationship, the way relationships set up now is, I mean, you out of there as quick as fast. Get ready with something minute as, oh, he just snore all the time. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Or she spend too much money. I'm out.
Ain't nobody got no staying power.
Man, that COVID-19 man done changed the whole game because, you know, everybody's in the house. So you really about to see, if you're in a relationship, you're really about to see what you got at home. Because a lot of time people is in passing. You're a wife and your husband is trying to start a business, but he's on his regular 9 to 5 and she called him, hey, babe, what you doing? Oh, well, I'm over here sitting over here Googling stuff for the business. He ain't doing that. He playing Words with Friends or some other shit. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay. But now you at home with him every day. So that business that you was talking about, if she don't see you on a computer at the crib working on it, you've been lying this whole time, man. So anything that you was doing out of that 8-hour frame that y'all apart, you can't get away with it because you're in there with them.
Yeah.
So they catching it all.
I thought you was doing some stuff on the computer.
Oh yeah. Well, what's up with the business? You know, we as men and women, we got
COVID-19. Shut everything down. Yeah.
Man, COVID ain't shut down nothing, bro. It has slowed some stuff down, but that's what I'm saying. You got more than one bill, you should have more than one hustle. Mm-hmm. Like there's multiple ways to get some money, but you learn so much even with your kids, man. During this, man, like your daughter walking through the house singing, hitting them high notes. Man, I didn't even know you sung like that. You ain't like, your timing be off. You don't get a chance to pay attention to the things that you paying attention to now because you at the crib.
Right.
So, you know, because you just imagine back then, them old heads, man, probably would be losing their mind.
Losing their mind.
I got a homegirl right now who said ever since COVID-19, ever since we've been in staying home or whatever, she said her neighbor, man, she been getting her tail whooped for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a midnight snack. She was like, man, they done called the police. They come out, be like the next day, it's like WWE over there, man. That dude catching her with stone cold stunner, slamming her into the rope.
Wow.
And it's like, man, damn, it got that bad? You been in there with Shorty this long? It's just like you just tired of looking at her to the point where you whooping her behind, dude. Like,
it ain't funny. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, it is.
Violence. Ain't nothing funny about the
It's not, but it's just, it goes to show you, like, dang, you've been in quarantine that long with somebody to the point where you.
And they probably been together forever.
Yeah, but
probably been together for a long time. But
but they starting to see things now that they didn't see when they was out in the world moving and shaking around, you know.
Yeah.
So when you get home, and the kitchen is just freshly cleaned.
Right.
You know, Shorty been sitting on her tail. But you been at work, you couldn't really tell. But now you at the house, it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. This is routine for you. You finna get up and start cleaning up. Man, it's just a trip, man. They talking about stuff opening back up and all of that, man. It's like I'm a mover and a shaker, bro. I really can't be still.
Yeah,
but
I can't sit still.
But I can. This has really slowed me down, bro.
Well, you know what?
And I'm happy about it.
I get more rest. I'm able to work out like I want to. You know, I spent a lot of time remodeling.
Yeah.
You know, so I found something to do, and it was cool. But I love doing what I do.
See, that's the point. So if you at home
be sitting idle, you know, waiting.
Nah, man.
You know, sitting at home waiting. Oh, dang, I can't do nothing. If I, you know, do
that's
this.
why you gotta have something to do. I was talking to this one chick, and I actually saw her on Facebook, and she made a live video, and she was talking about, y'all get off our back telling us we need to use this time to start business, and we need to tell if we don't want to do that, we just want to chill. It's like, that's fine if that's your preference, but it's actually some people out here moving and shaking and really trying to do some real life stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you, when we come out of this thing, it's gonna be new. The way we live and the way we do things is gonna be totally different, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So definitely. You're gonna have to come out of this thing totally different. There ain't no way possible before going in this thing. Whatever ways you was moving and shaking, you ain't gonna be able to do that. It's a whole different ball game.
That's why people you gotta stay busy. You know what I find hilarious is everybody done jumped on the making the masks. You know, and those I find it hilarious, but I also, you know, like the hustle, because you got to jump on whatever you need to jump on to get. But if you jump on tomorrow, you're too late.
Too
You're
late.
A day late. You're a day
Day late and a dollar short. Tell you the truth.
Short. Yeah, you know, you got people selling these things for $5 and $6. You know. And then now they done put the NFL, done jumped on the boat, and they got
NFL masks. Yeah, so it's like whatever. So, it's too late now because the people want the real thing now. So that little $5 mask that you was making, man, people shop.
What's the real thing though?
But now, like they when I say the real, they want that name brand now. So it's like Louis done came out with one, Coach done came out with one, Tory Burch done came out with one. So it's like all of your top brands got a mask now. So your little homegirl who was spending nights, you know, just one that got nothing on it. Like, I don't want that. Yeah, man, I seen one on the NFL Shop Zone, man, that I wanted so bad, a Dallas Cowboy, and I was like, man, this mask is dope. And it was like $49.
Man, look. I'll wear that $5 one before.
Bro.
First of all,
on the
I
cool.
don't even want to wear a mask. But I got one of those.
The exercise joints.
The exercise joints.
That's the one I got. But
I got the little filter in it.
Yeah, I got that one too.
You put the little filter in.
Like if you running on a treadmill and stuff.
Yeah.
That mother's big though, man.
Yeah, people be walking around like, I'm walking around. Hey, I like that mask.
Man, I've been having that thing, man. I went and dug that joint out the closet. I was like, man, I know I got an exercise mask around here somewhere. Yeah. I'm still rocking with the little.
You know them little paper masks. I mean, listen. I'm gonna tell you, you know what it remind me of? This COVID-19 remind me of, and it looks so similar. iRobot.
Yeah, the Will Smith.
At a point, all of the old folks was in the house. They couldn't go nowhere.
They couldn't go nowhere.
They had a robot to do whatever they needed to do around the house.
That robot, man.
Man, say it's already happening though.
Yeah.
In three. We already got cars that drive themselves, semis that drive themselves.
Right, man.
And right here in DFW, Uber is going to be doing Uber flights. So you're going to see hovercrafts flying across.
Yeah, man, that's that George Jetson.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that stuff is coming, man. And we can't do nothing about it.
I'll be tripping off that stuff because a lot of that stuff was already, it's like you've been pre-warned. You know, like for you being a barber, say for instance, there's something you want to say, but you know they might censor you. Mm-hmm. You cut it in the back of somebody's head. For real, realistically.
Yeah.
You cut in the back of somebody's head. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I expressed
it. Yeah.
So you think about back in the day when a movie director came up with these ideas. He's like, man, there's some real life stuff about to happen to us. Mm-hmm. I can't say it out of my mouth because the Film Actors Guild might pull plugs on all my projects if I say it out of my mouth. Because who was that they always on? I can't even think of his name. It'll take me forever. Man, he's a advocate for stuff like that. And the Screen Actors Guild be on his head. Alec Baldwin.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they be on that boy's head because he be coming with the real. So the thing is, create a movie. Man, when you start seeing movies like the one where because in California, for all my California peeps who may be watching this, I don't want to quote it wrong, so if y'all watching this, y'all can comment on it later. But most of my peeps tell me in Cali that California is gonna soon be an island because it's gonna break off.
Yeah, it's gonna break off. Yeah,
and it'll be like Hawaii. It'll be its own island. And one of my partners from Frisco, shout out to Ivory, he was the one who told me. He said in San Francisco, you can see over the years, buildings that was like this are already shifting this way. Like. Yeah. So that could you just imagine driving on 75 and the Reunion Tower is here, and over the years it done went behind the Bank of America building. Right. So you know it's like when you see movies like In the Days and all that, where the tides and the water be breaking out, it's like a lot of that stuff is already written and spoken of, man. So they really just tried to put us on game. Then like even with the iRobot or the Jetsons, man. Oh no, what was the Bruce Willis movie? Because they was. They was flying around in cabs and stuff, man.
Yeah.
With Chris Tucker, But that particular joint, man, like they flying around. Would you?
My homegirl.
I would be afraid to be in something like that.
My homegirl Precious said Stephen King Dead Zone predicted this in 81.
The COVID?
Yeah. So it's a lot of stuff, man, that's going on that people are not paying attention to, and they talked about this already. This is
it's biblical though, bro.
It's also biblical. It's also biblical. You know, people you don't want to take. I'm gonna say this for all of the people. This is a sidebar. I'm gonna say this for all of the people that want to say the white man wrote the Bible. I don't know anybody that will write a Bible that depicts their downfall.
Especially the white man.
Especially the white man. In the Bible, it talks about the downfall of the human race. And no white man is going to talk about the downfall of themselves.
Nah.
The killing or the... So, come on, give me a break. I know people try to punch holes through, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And it's cool, you know, but that's just my belief. I don't believe, if I wrote a book about me, I'm not going to predict my death in that book.
Nah.
I'm not going to say, yeah, and then I'm going to die in a hell of fire. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't finna write my ending like
I'm
that,
not going to
man.
write my ending. Yeah, so yeah, miss me with that, man. You know, find another route to
I
come.
always used to trip on that. Who is the white man?
Yeah.
The white man.
The white man. Like,
who is
like
the white man, bro?
Yeah, like he's the guy. Like, that's the guy. You know?
He's that dude, like, remember Inspector Gadget, the claw?
Mm-hmm.
The big old chair. You just see the metal arm. Yeah. You don't see his face, just the metal arm back there. Is that the man? Is that the man?
The man.
It's like, man, look, if you don't start thinking for yourself on a lot of this stuff, man, you're going to get for show caught up, man. I was telling some of my friends, like, maybe 2 weeks in with the COVID, I said when they started talking about this how you move and shake, people was actually moving and shaking the way President Trump said move and shake. Now, I said, yeah, but they proved me wrong. They did, and I'm gonna tell you, because I was like, if he hop on the news tomorrow and say 90% of America can go back to normal, go for it. Everybody gonna do it. But that's not the case, because they talking about opening up everything, retail stores. But you know, people are like, yo, it's too soon. I ain't rocking with it. I'm not finna be dying out here, because it's actually real, bro.
Yeah.
People is really clocking out behind this thing, man. I got a partner he said his brother passed away, man, from it. And I'm like, man, it's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's
so
me,
real. I'm like, I'm not going back to when we was talking about finding you something to do. I got enough liquor, and now, thanks to my man, I got enough cigars. I got enough canvas. Shout out to Sean Perry. I got enough paints. I got enough everything I need to lock my little self in my art room to keep myself busy, and it's becoming lucrative. Yeah. Like I'm making money doing it now.
Yeah, and you can do that at home.
I could do that at home. Yeah. So I'm not in no rush. Only thing I probably would be in a rush to get back out here to do is buy more art supplies. Yeah. And I stay 3 minutes away from Michael's. But as far as like me trying to be out here, I don't watch much TV. Man, people be telling me about these shows on Netflix and Hulu, and it's like, I don't know nothing about that, man. The Tiger King, and I'm like, bro, I don't watch none of that, bro.
Too many people want to watch drama.
And that's
what I'm worried about what's going on in their own life.
Man,
There's
for real.
Enough drama going on in my life. I don't want to watch nobody else's.
Look, it's all day long. It's hard enough for me to do regular cafe stuff, for me to be worrying about what the next man is doing, bro. If shame on you, and I'm afraid of you. Truly, listen, you people that sit up and wake up at the crack to hop on Facebook talking about what another person is doing, I fear you. I totally am afraid of you. Because you don't got, like, if you could sit up here and tell me what another man is doing to the T, but when I ask you what you got popping and it's crickets. Yeah. Now, sometimes somebody else's life is our entertainment, per se. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say there's not a few people I watch. I'm a Kanye West head, so my dude just hit the bill. I'm like, all right, good, Kanye West. I posted about it. That's my guy. What? He made $1 billion. And then, you know, Kanye West arrogant with it, so he hopped on the thing like Forbes. Nah, it's more than the number y'all said. It's actually this number. Yeah, he hopped on everything.
We don't care, fool.
Yeah, you got the
don't
bill.
care.
Take the bill. But you know, him and his wife and people ask me, why do I love that dude so much? They like, he's crazy, he's insane, he's a Trump lover. I'm like, man, he's an attention whore, just like his wife. They do just enough to keep people talking about them. And what do? They parlay those words that people say about them into money.
Yep.
That's where the bill came from.
Yeah, exactly.
The bill came from people saying his clothes was ugly. Them look like slave clothes.
Yeah.
But people
you know,
are actually buying, high-end fashion designers want that, man.
Yeah, I mean,
and they partnering with this dude.
The man clothes look like some
12 years a slave, man.
12 years a slave. I guess, I mean, you know.
Look like Freddy Krueger got a hold of that joint or something, man.
If you want to look like a slave, I mean, you might as well buy it and put a chain around your neck.
Go for it.
I go for it. But I'm not paying. How much that shirt cost? He had a shirt that was like $1,200 for a tore-up shirt.
Yeah, they look like Swiss cheese, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I could make that. I can make that in my kitchen. I can go to the gun range and make that.
Yeah.
Shoot some gun.
Then just look,
and put it on.
This is a Frey original right here.
Right. But man, the world is that's just what the world is coming to, man. That's what the world is. It's not what it's coming to. It's what it is right now.
There's two different F's, man, that we need to. You need to distinguish the two F's that I say: fear and fun.
Yeah.
Like, don't live in fear. Enjoy the life you have, because you hear every day that people are dying from this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you wake up in the morning and you hop on Facebook and you see somebody died, oh man, another one. It wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
So at the point that you have another life, enjoy it, man. Look, I don't live in fear about this stuff. I keep a mask on, true indeed, but that's only because I'm wise. I know better than to be going out here
don't put yourself
gallivanting. But I'm not living in fear, bro.
I'm not living in fear at all, and I'm not afraid. I understand that this is here, and understand that people are living from it and people are dying from it. And understand this. When it's your time to go, if you get COVID-19 and you go, it was your time. It's your time. And I'm not saying it to be, some people, he an asshole,
Oh man, you gotta keep it square. But going back to what you said about the sensitive part, man.
Yeah,
I can't be your friend. I can't be your friend and not tell you the truth, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Look, I'm not giving you gummy worms and cookies and Jello and sweets. I'm gonna give you a raw steak to chew on because I love you. So I'm not gonna hop out here and cater to your ego. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you what I think you want to hear, because it's gonna. Man, we was talking about validation on one of my homegirls' podcasts. Shout out to Speak Your Soul, Shantae Houston. You know what I'm saying? She got the Speak Your Soul podcast jumping off, and we had a little spill one day talking about validation. And so we were tripping off the amount of people who really, really need that. And it's crazy, man. Like, nowadays, because of the social media wave, people are really tripping on likes and comments for validation of who they are. It's like, man, look, you could do some of the craziest crap on the book and people really not laughing with you, they laughing at you. Sometimes they'll like your post 1,000,000 times over because they really, your comedy relief. You're the 2020 minstrel show, blackface with white lips. You might as well just have a mouthful of watermelon seeds and tap dancing around on live, because that's basically what it is. It's how the people that comment on your stuff all the time, ooh girl, or oh bro, it's like they really are low key be like, I'm sick of this dude. Even me, and I don't care what y'all say. I know it's somebody right now. How many times he gonna show his kid? I had a chick, man. She liked some artwork. So what she did was she went on my page looking for some art. Y'all, she went on my page looking for some art on Instagram, and she didn't see art. She saw a lot of pictures of my kids, and she said, "Oh, I thought he had artwork. This dude got pictures of his kids." She unfollowed me because she saw a couple of pieces and was interested in the art, but then she was just like, oh, let me go follow him. And when she seen I didn't have a lot of art, this was before I really even started painting, before I even had a catalog of art. She said, she was a mutual friend, and she was like, "Girl, I don't want to follow Kafre. All he do is post pictures of his kids or him listening to some records." Like, I was like, "Wow," but it didn't bother me none. I'm like, "Tear your ass."
But yeah. I mean, if you don't like the music I play, if you don't like what I'm saying on Facebook, don't follow me. Matter of fact, unfollow me and delete me or block me or whatever. I'm not. What I say is not for everybody.
True.
It's not for everybody. Everybody ain't gonna agree with what I say, and it's gonna be some that agree and some that's gonna love it. Some that's gonna say, Jeff, you keep it real. You always spitting facts, and I mean that's all I know how to do.
I got mixed emotions about. I got mixed emotions about that statement you just made. Excuse me. You said, if you don't like me, like what I'm saying, don't follow me, unfollow me, delete me. That's cool. If you're spitting the real.
Right.
But if you're a person on here that's always with the shenanigans, always with some foolishness, and you say, and somebody hop on your page and correct that, be like, oh man, why do you be doing this, bro? This is whack. Yeah. Well, unfollow me then. Bro, I don't care if I unfollow you. You as a human being, as a grown-up, shouldn't even want to be doing that, because regardless whether I stop rocking with you on social media, that's who you are in real life, and you shouldn't even want to be that, bro.
Yeah,
you shouldn't even want to be a grown man or a grown woman out here with the shits like that, bro.
But it's people out here. Again, social media has made media presence people out of people that just need to be sitting in the background. Everybody want to have a word. Everybody want to have something to say. Everybody got the word of the day. And shout out to everybody. No disrespect to everybody. Those are y'all that do it.
Because sometimes y'all post some stuff and it's really good stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
I don't knock those people.
Yeah.
If I hop on the book and you got words of affirmation and you have some dropping some jewels, man, keep them coming.
Keep them coming.
Shout out to my boy Tron. Train hop on the book, and he's changing from the cat that I knew growing up in South Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So his delivery and the things he dropping ain't the stuff we was talking about when we was rapping on the green box in the project.
Right.
So when he drop a jewel or two, I'm listening. And it may not be for everybody. And does he care? No. He got a calling on his life. He marching and stepping and doing what he's supposed to be doing. Now, I'm not going to I'm not going to block or shut down anybody that's spitting some real. If you telling me how to get some money, if you telling me how to move and shake as a father to my kids, if you telling me how to keep myself protected through all of this, I'm all for that.
Right.
But the memes and the jokes, it's like y'all topsy-turvy with it, man. It's like 1 minute it's like, oh, I'm scared. And then the next minute, you got a mean joking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know better than drinking Clorox and bleach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
They said somebody was actually doing that, bro. Man, if you was dumb enough to be sitting over there injecting yourself.
Trump said to do it. So, some people listen to do, some people.
They got me scared to go over somebody's house and drink some purple Kool-Aid. That might be some Fabuloso in there. I'm going to sniff that. Hey, would you like some purple Kool-Aid, Frey? Nah, I'll pass this. You know what I'm saying?
I want some drink.
Ray, you got some drink?
You got some drink?
This purple Kool-Aid is a little risque, man.
Sugar water purple.
That Fabuloso dark purple, too, man.
I don't know extra.
Man, this was the first little installment. Just having fun, trying to give it a test run because trust me, man.
Barbershop Talk.
Barbershop Talk.
It's coming. So
that's Jeff. I'm Frey. I'm the artist.
I'm the barber.
And we out of here, y'all.
We out of here.